Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Oh, sorry. I planned on doing this one immediately for you because you guys have been, I don't know, we're home. We're homies. But just some shit happened. I have a lot of shit happen lately. Anyway, I'm babbling. He's coming in. He is just dragging his feet. I mean, literally just dragging this one, dragging this one. He's got his head on the ground and he kind of looks up at me. And he goes back to dragging this foot, just so slow, so heavy. He says, that's the way you feel. He says, I don't know how to make it better. I'm sorry, Mom, I don't know how to make it better. You're such a beautiful person. You didn't deserve what I've done to you. You're such a beautiful person. He's not his usual happy, chipper self. It's kind of like, how do I explain this? Because we don't really have these emotions up. It's kind of like he's ashamed of himself that you're feeling this way. It's his fault. He knows it. He's ashamed of it. He says it's not just him that's done it to you, though. There's been the other men in your family, in your life, not family, in your life, other men in your life. And this is all getting to be a very heavy burden on you. He said there's been several of them that have shit on you really hard. Put this burden on you. He wants to take the burden from you. He says, and I don't know if I can. Actually, and I'm sure you've heard me say before, when we go up there and they strip us, they peel us like an onion, they take all that heavy, the negative feelings, the anger and the resentment and all that stuff, and we get to be light and bright. They get us all, our aura and our spirit all clean, our soul kind of cleansed so that our vibration is up where it's supposed to be. But he's still, maybe he hasn't quite got that cleansed himself. I don't know if he's just feeling yours so heavy or if he hasn't quite got that part of him healed. Even though they can clean us up, as soon as we get there, I think there's still other parts that we have to work on. There's still lessons we have to learn. Even so, my medium, my mentor, my teacher, my whatever, she's a lot more experienced than I am. It's not like we get there and we're all knowing and we're all perfect and everything. And she says we still have lessons to learn. When we leave early before we're supposed to leave, we're here to learn. God damn it. Oh, sorry. Oops. I'm not going to restart this. We come here to learn lessons. We learn them easier and faster here because they do things like this that kick us in the ass, that really make us learn our lesson fast. And when we get up there, it seems like it takes longer to learn a lesson because they don't have the earthly things to give us that boot in the ass. The lessons we learn the fastest and the best are the ones that hurt the worst. And I keep, hey, start talking to them. I do. Not like it's going to do any good. They're probably not going to listen to me. Man, can't you guys find a better way for this? Seriously. Find a better way for us to learn lessons. There has to be a loving way to learn instead of... He says, I cheated, I cheated, I cheated. And he did. He cheated himself. He cheated everybody. Messed up lessons around him. He knows that by leaving early. I do believe that some people are meant to do this when they come here because let's just say in a past life, you did it to him. And whatever your relationship was, doesn't have to be mother son, doesn't have to be boy girl. It doesn't mean you were the girl and he was the guy. We play different parts in different lifetimes. So where was I going with that? So, and then we come back the next time and we do this. So the other person's soul who did it in the other lifetime learns how much that hurt and learns that lesson. Gosh, I hope that made sense. So sometimes I think we come here to do that, to experience that, because we're here to experience all these things. Our soul is. And sometimes we just chicken out on what we're supposed to be doing here and what we're supposed to be learning, and we check out, which is what mine did to me. He chickened out and escaped. The lesson was too hard for him. So I'm not quite sure where Brandon is with that. I think he chickened out and escaped too. He said you can't hardly pick your head off the pillow. He's been doing something to your pillow. Like, I don't know if he's kind of showing like he's pulling on it, like you've got your head on it, and he's kind of pulling on it, so you might feel that pillow jerk. You might feel that movement. He's trying to get you to get up. He says, you have to go on. You have too much to live for. You have too many people depending on you. He says you have so many people depending on you that sometimes you can't breathe. Look at my card today. He just pointed at my card. It's for you too. My responsibilities are weighing me down. That was my card for today. And they have been, because I've been getting so far behind on work. Plus all the other things I got going on around me. He says you have to go have fun. I don't know what he's showing me. Do you have water on your property? Do you have, even if it's a little, it could be even a bird bath. I don't know. It looks more like a little, not a pond, but I don't remember you ever saying anything about water. It's bigger than, it's in the, this is what he's showing anyway. Doesn't mean it's exact. It's showing water in the ground, like a little pool, like a little, he's not showing a swimming pool. He's showing, the hell do I want to call it? It's not a pond, but it's in the ground like a pond. It could be just a bird bath he's talking about. I don't know, but he's, get past that. He's taking the water and splashing it, stirring it up. Then he's going like this with it, like swirling it with his finger. So watch for whatever this outside water is. Watch for you, like you may be sitting in your chair out in the yard and you might just see a spot in the water just kind of move, or you might see it all of a sudden ripple when there's no breeze, or you know how this works. I think he's messed with your bedspread before. He's showing like grabbing the bottom corner of your bedspread and pulling on it, pulling on it, pulling on it. So again, you'll probably feel that when you're in bed, or you may leave the room. You may make the bed, which I don't. and leave the room, come back, and it may be a little messed up, or maybe kind of off, off on the floor a little bit or something. He said he's trying to do easy, more loving things to get your attention. He says you've been having trouble seeing his signs lately. He says your grief is kicking back in. That blocks being able to see the signs sometimes. He says he hears you. He's showing you in the kitchen. Doesn't have to be just in the kitchen. And you either threw something like on the floor or across the room, or you almost did, like you were going to, you wanted to, and you're going, damn you, Brandon, damn you, Brandon, damn you. And then you looked up and go, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. You may not have even said it out loud. He loves you very much. He wants more than anything to be able to help you, to be able to help the situation, to be able to make something good out of the situation. Yeah, good luck with that. There's something in his name or going to be in his name. I don't know if you've named something after him. I don't think it's a somebody, it's a something. If you named something at your house, Brandon something, I don't know, maybe it's the gazebo thing you put out there. I don't remember if you named it after him. His name's on it. I don't know that that's what he's taught. I don't think that's it. And it's almost more like a, maybe not like a scholarship fund, but something more along that line, that category. He says you don't have the energy, you don't have the time right now. There's something that at least at some point you've thought about doing, but doing it in his name. He says, yeah, I don't think you're ready yet either, Mom. But you need to start getting ready. This is the most serious I've ever seen him come through. He says you need to start getting ready to do whatever that thing is in his name. So just, if nothing else, even if it's to buy a kid a backpack in his name. It doesn't have to be this big enormous thing. But he says you need to start thinking towards that goal. Thinking about that goal, maybe even writing that goal down. And even if he makes me just want to start bawling my eyes out. Don't make me cry. Even if you don't move physically towards whatever that is right now, he wants you to start thinking about doing it or writing down doing it. And even though if you can't physically pick your body up and make yourself do it, at least send that energy out there, and eventually you'll be able to move towards it, whatever it is. And like I said, it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a big multi-million-dollar, scholarship or whatever. I love you, Mom. I'm so, so sorry things turned out this way. He's got, no. Okay, he's got some guy standing next to him, about the same age, kind of the same build, maybe a little more meat on him than Brandon had, but shorter. And now he's exaggerating the shorter. He's making the guy look really shorter and he's really taller. But this is not a kid. This is somebody close to his age, a male. I don't know if I've seen this guy before or not. I can't tell because I'm not seeing him real clear. He wants you to know they're together. Now, I see the name Alan. Don't hold me to that. I don't know why they keep giving me names because we keep screwing them up. We might have to really stretch it out. It might just be somebody with an A name. May not have anything to do with it at all. I don't know why we keep going with the names when we stink at it. I can do a lot, but names aren't quite my forte. He's not saying why he's bringing this guy through or why this guy stepped through. I'm not sure which way that happened. He's talking about art, artistic, ART, art. No, I don't think it's the name art, but that does begin with an A. So you might stretch that out. I'm not. I hate when we're being vague. Something about this person being artistic. I don't mean if he means like in drawing. Could have been just artistic at his trade. I mean, some guy can build houses and or lay bricks and they can be artistic with it. So it doesn't have to be just like on a canvas painting. Give me more clues. No, says I don't need any more. His show. He says, Mom, you hear me walking. You hear me walking in the house. You hear me walking to the door and opening it and going out. And you hear it over and over. And he keeps repeating it. Walking through the house, going to the door, opening it, going out. Walking through the house, going to the door, opening it, and going out. You hear him walking all the time. Walking out. He says it will get better, but you have to make it better. You're hanging on too tightly to the event. He said, until you decide to stop hanging on to the event so tightly, he says, it's possible you can stay in this rut. He wants you to loosen your grip on the event. I've been through it. I don't know how that's done. It took me 2 years before I could even get my head out of the fog. Before I could even begin to see. I think has it been about 2 years for Brandon? Getting close, maybe? They all need you, Mom. So take the enormous amount of love you had for me and spread it around to the rest of them. Uh-oh, he's pointing at that card again. My responsibilities are weighing me down. He says you need You need a get drunk, kick up your heels kind of night. So I don't know anything about your situation. I mean, as far as your personal stuff. Something about some guy, a man. He wants to kick him in the ass. And I think not in a very nice way. I don't think this is one of those kick him in the ass and help him motivate him down his path. Yeah, I don't. That's not the feeling I get from this. He's not happy with this guy. Think about what you're doing, Mom. Don't do anything out of loneliness or grief. Do it for the right reasons at the right time. Oh my God, he said divine timing. I hate that word. I hate that word. Means it'll happen when it's supposed to happen at the right time. To me, whenever I draw that card, any card that has divine timing on it, I go, oh shit, they're telling me to be patient. Be patient, it'll come when it's supposed to. Oh, damn dog. Okay, he's talking about you need to go to the lake. So I don't know if you have a lake that you go to. We've been doing a lot of camping. About that camper, man, we're going a lot. Love going to Perry or Banner. You go to Sugar Lake, they'd open it back up. So you need to go to the lake and relax. Go to the lake and breathe. And not take all the kids with you. He says you need some you time. And he's showing like when I go walking, when we go camping, and I usually get my cup of coffee and I take off for a walk in the mornings. I haven't been doing that very much lately. But you need something like that, and that's just you. Nobody else walking with you, just you. At night, I will go down and sit by the water, find a picnic table, till the skeeters got me the other night, and sit there and watch the moon come up over the water. Nobody else goes with me. It's my me time. He says you need to do something like that. Doesn't have to be the exact thing, but something like that. You need some you time. And he says during that time, you need to forgive yourself. You're holding on to the guilt of it that you need to let go of. He says chip away at it, do it a piece at a time. It would be too much to just do it all at once. Not going to happen. Give it up a piece at a time. You could go sit by the water and imagine a little bitty piece of that guilt or whatever, which you really shouldn't have, because the guilt, this act is not yours, it's his. Believe me, it took me forever to understand that. It was more than 2 years, believe me. Sorry, I know that's not encouraging for you. But if you could take a little piece of that when you're down by the water and watch it swim away, watch it walk to I call them my little minions. I do it at the river sometimes. At the river, because it has a current, I imagine a little boat out there and all these little minions run down the bank. Things I need, that energy I need to get rid of, and they jump in that boat and I watch them float away. It's an energy thing. You can imagine if you go to a lake where the water's maybe not moving very much, you could imagine them getting it, running down to the water and If it's just 1 minion at a time, and watch them swim away. And actually physically watch it in your head. Watch it. Release a teeny bit at a time is what he's saying. Because he says the whole enchilada would be too much at once. It won't work. Not yet. I love you, Mom. And I'm ready, willing, and able to help you heal if you let me. Help you heal from my stuff, not your stuff. It's not your stuff. It's my stuff. You've got to learn how to separate that. That's what he's saying. And with that, he's going to leave. Whoa, he's been serious today. He says, I've grown up. He kind of cocks his head over. And whoever the young man is with him is just kind of standing off to the side. He's still there. And they're walking away together. The young man's walking different. Something about the way he's walking, it's different. I don't know if he's got something wrong with his legs. He's blowing you kisses. I love you, Mom. Very serious. He's saying, I love you, Mom. Please don't be mad at me. But if you need to scream, it's okay. I can take it. Just forgive me for what I did instead of being so angry with me. And it's not that the anger is really hurting him. Your anger towards him is not hurting him. He can take it. It's he wants you to stop being angry at him for yourself. At that, okay, he's gone. You guys really don't have to pay me for this stuff. I can give you little short ones, or if they decide to extend, like this one ended up being longer than it really. I normally do these little cheaper ones. I really don't expect you guys to pay. It's what I do to give back for somebody who's been in the same situation I've been, and I know how horrible it is, how horrible it feels, and it's my way of giving back. So, and I know I get really busy, but I'm trying to kind of mellow my stuff out and stay on top of it so I don't get too bogged down. Because I'm always busy, 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 busy. I mean, much love to you, my dear. All of you out there. See you later. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.